Hi viewers, this is Dr. Shehzad Kareem. In my previous video, I explained the concept of communicative competence, and today I explain grammatical competence. When the user of a language knows about the grammatical rules of a language, such as about its parts of speech, phrases, clauses, and sentences, this is called grammatical competence. However, grammatical competence doesn't ensure communicative competence, which means that if the user of a language knows about the grammatical rules of a language, it doesn't mean that the user is also able to use language in its various forms, just like in spoken and written form. This is what we call communicative competence, which is defined as the ability of the user of a language to use language appropriately to perform various functions in various social situations. In the past, it was thought that if the user of a language knows about grammar, then just grammatical knowledge is enough to be able to use a language. However, the research has shown that developing only grammatical competence is not enough to be able to use language appropriately. That's why in the modern times, the focus has been on developing learners' communicative competence. And this is the real purpose of language learning and language teaching, because we use language to enable us to use language to perform various functions. The purpose of a language is not just to develop grammatical competence over that particular language. That's why in modern times, the language teaching approaches such as communicative language teaching and its sub-branches, just like task-based language teaching, has been popular. In the past, you know well that other traditional teaching methods such as grammar translation method and audiolingual method were used, because at that time it was thought that developing grammatical competence is the main way to learn a language. However, in modern times, the research has shown that grammatical competence is just one part of language and language learning process, and communicative ability is another aspect of language learning. And the final product of language is to be able to use language appropriately to perform various functions. That's why as language teachers and language learners, it is our responsibility that along with developing grammatical competence, we should also focus on developing communicative competence as well. The concepts of grammatical competence and communicative competence are also related with two other concepts in applied linguistics, which are explicit knowledge of a language and implicit knowledge of a language. What are explicit knowledge and implicit knowledge of a language, and what are implicit learning and explicit learning processes, I will explain in my next videos. Thank you so much.